Umbreon. I really like that picture.
That's that's evil Cynthia. Apparently, she's a big bad of an arc in that game.
Cool. Anyway, I just started the stream when I said that, so do
I
we?
guess now we have to get banned by Pokemon, so that's cool.
Honestly, on you.
Daniel should have told me before you started the stream. I would have shut up.
That's fine. Anyway, my
As
main.
long as we don't make money, they won't ban us. They won't take down this video, right?
Yeah, right. Anyway,
We don't make money.
so who's watching shit in the background? Umbreon, what the fuck? Anyway, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of D&D Darkest Hope. Due to some complications, a few people are unable to make it to this session. Cameron is not feeling too well. Apex is at a personal family event. And Blue is currently, I believe, getting off work. So he should be joining us soon. But for the time being, Sangoraria and... Actually, Damien,
Yes.
as you were with them the last time, you notice Cam goes pale and passes out once again. Sangoraria says that they have a way to help them, but would need time. If you want to find them, you can find them at his cabin. As he simply takes Cam's horse and takes them out into the woods. So, what does everyone want to do?
What time is it? I'm looking up on the sun to see my time for the rest of the day.
Don't do that, Damien. You'll become blind.
You know what? Make me a... I think that's a decent survival check to determine how many hours of sunlight you have left.
What? Sure.
It is quite cloudy today, though.
Fuck you.
You probably have about 5 hours left of sunlight.
Alright, I have an idea. You can go back to everyone else.
Itogen, you're heading back into the manor.
Yeah, we had a meeting that was planned before someone jumped out of a window.
Yes.
Go back into the meeting room.
Sunlight, are you also heading back into the meeting room?
Yes.
Someone just said VOR.ONG. And it's from a name I cannot pronounce. Is it just one of those stupid links that gives you a virus? Did he seriously do that in my chat?
It's not a link.
Probably. Maybe it's a bot.
Maybe it's a bot.
If we call the bot and it doesn't respond, it's a bot.
Got it.
That A is just a name that's in Russian, and then B not a link.
Oh, we have a Russian fan.
Huh. That's weird. My YouTube analytics never shows anyone in Russia giving a shit about my thing. Oh well. Moving on. So, Sunlight, you are heading to the meeting room as well?
Yes.
Alright. As you finally make your way downstairs, Edojin has just got into the meeting room as it looks like Marcus is just playing with Bandit. So, now what?
So she walked in the meeting room.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be like, wait, is he coming? Be right back, Scarlet.
Damien, where are you going?
Into the house. You just didn't say back to me.
He's like, all right, now what?
Like, I didn't know how much time you're gonna be like, all right, well, they're inside the house, so they're gonna have like a minute or so to talk.
Yo, Damien, did you just wave dash? What was that
Yeah.
movement?
If you had the flip command, I could have wave dashed. Something I was doing in my free time.
Teach me how to input it and I will.
Do you have an API script? If the answer is no, then I can't do it.
I have macros.
If the answer is yes, then that's on the API. It's pro or bust.
No.
Give them money or you can't do the flip command.
Your players are gonna be sad and then your phone.
You could just.
Oh,
It is
Hey,
blue.
bud. Hey,
What's
bud.
up?
not much.
What's up, bud?
We just started.
Really? I just got home.
It's all good, man. All good. Nothing happened really. It's just everyone's chatting.
Yeah.
I just have you sitting in the meeting room playing with Bandit.
So what's the topic of discussion?
Our war on drugs.
Now
that again?
Finally start.
Oh, that again?
And we look up at God and say, if you intervene, we're going to interfere in
I'm
your
dropping
life
a meteor on this
expectancy.
town.
Yeah.
The war on drugs is canceled, guys. War on
we're just
God.
gonna. Well, yeah. Yeah. We're just gonna look up at God and be like, why have you caused all of this? You know,
We're gonna take
something,
his
I don't
place
know.
and then start a war on drugs.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Divine.
We're going to
retribution on
eradicate. We're
drugs.
gonna eradicate the idea of drugs. Not the concept, the idea.
So, you guys have all gotten back. Sangraria has taken Cam into the woods for a minute. What are you guys wanting to discuss?
Okay. Damien's the one who wanted to call this meeting, correct?
I don't think so, but I can go with it. Probably the worst charisma here. All right. So we're headed along in the planning. What have you guys done to aid in our eventual stop of our drug issue? And then if we want to, we can go through, we were supposed to be doing stuff.
Enojin will say
Yeah,
when
I
he
mean-
first got to this town, he got a bit of the drug, and we can probably, if there's anyone who's good with alchemists or what herbalists, yeah, herbalist supplies, we can find out what
Yeah,
the plant is
herbalism,
made
yeah.
of, and find out where the place that plant most grows from.
I've
The main
Uh,
issue with that,
be
if
honest-
it's literally any generic plant, could grow anywhere.
Exactly.
That only matters if it's like a tree.
hmm
Yeah.
If it's something that we could potentially remove from the environment, then that's one thing. But if it's something that naturally occurs, it'd be more difficult to get rid of.
Well,
But
I think
Eradicating the source. I'm assuming is what you're trying to lead into.
find out where it grows and if there's an area that suits that its growing pattern in the area we investigate there, and we most likely find our seller.
So we're trying to track down
tell him
the method of.
stop because we are the law, or arrest him because he's ignoring the law.
There might be a way to use that to maybe, rather than finding the person who's doing all of it, you could potentially try to, I don't know, internally sabotage it.
That would take far. That would be far harder to do than just trying to stop the seller.
Well, however they produce it, I feel might be the more direct approach to solving the issue as a whole. Because you can get rid of of the person, but they can eventually be replaced. If you get rid of the production of how it's made.
That depends how big the organization making it is. But go on, Damien.
Yeah, that was literally what I was about to say. That isn't an issue unless we're dealing with a proper organization that is doing this.
If it's just a small time thing that a small drug dealer is doing, it'll be quite easy to get rid of everyone involved.
Well, based on what we all saw when we all first arrived here, it seems to be pretty well spread out throughout at least over half the city at this point.
But from my investigation, I found out commoners are also selling it to each other. Or trading for it. So that's how the production gets so far spread as well.
Kind of a miniature social network, if you will.
There's a difference between a organization and a shop. A shop can hire employees. A organization has multiple shops.
Well, these people seem to be ones who seem to be very neighborly, very very much willing to take care of each other in whatever way they can. So that's probably how it's been spread out so easily amongst each other. These people seem to try to at least want to take care of each other in some way. So if they found something that might make their existence even a little bit more perky, then why not?
It's a sedative.
To be honest, I've had trouble sleeping since I first arrived here too.
It's not like a sleep sedative. It just makes you more lethargic.
Oh.
It lessens the pain.
More carefree.
Quite literally. Quite literally, this is a drink away the sorrows, so you don't have to worry about it.
Sounds interesting.
I have 2 plans for this. The one which will be more fitting for new people, and one that will be a lot more effective.
Effective sounds better. What's your idea, Damon?
What is your moral compass? How far are you willing to bring people?
As long as it gets the job done, I'll do whatever.
There's some lines I might not be willing to cross, but let's at least hear your proposal.
Brad story about the outfit.
If we can find out ways to identify someone under the influence, we can blacklist them and force them to either make their own means or eventually rehabilitate themselves. Offering that as a potential, but we are, for lack of better terms, going to force them to change.
That is exceptionally easy to determine, as this substance leaves them literally strewn out on the street half the time.
We want to have, hey, we need to know you are stopping. If we make an announcement today, and if If they show that they haven't taken it within a week, then they're okay. If they've taken it throughout, then we might do something.
I feel like that will not work, however. We are dealing with an issue that is majority supported. We are sadly, however, in a 20% to 80% in way of drug.
This is true. It's not going to be easy to just convince these people that something that they've been doing as long as they have is actually bad for them.
Yeah.
That's why
less more so instead of if the idea is to restrict what they can have,
Right.
and that requires the majority being able to withhold. They'll just go behind us because the majority is with them.
That makes things even more lucrative. And gosh, this is a tough situation, because if a situation like that comes up, that's going to portray us as the bad guys.
Yeah.
At least in their eyes, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And
Which
we don't exactly want to portray ourselves as people that can't be trusted, but at the same time, I do understand where you're going with this, and I'm willing to help any way I can.
Yeah.
It's just
I'm willing to help too.
It's just blacklisting them. That seems. That
Yeah, it
seems a
still
little-
looks like a
It's
why?
The main reason I asked is I was planning to start it up soon. The biggest thing they will need is a proper food source. Countless people here don't even get that. So if you embrace them to the luxury of being able to eat properly hunted and made meats, they will eventually only want that. And escaping to nothing will seem less and less valuable.
so
That is
Play with the
entirely,
resource we could easier manipulate.
in addition, the main reason that they are even resorting to this is because their quality of life is low.
Is bad.
true.
Raising the quality of life in general should reduce the problem for those not too far gone.
Right.
That is true.
Main idea of how I was going to do the second was also imply it as a business of give people jobs so that they can purchase things. It will obviously drain from us, but it will have money flow in them.
It'll
We need
basically come
fight
back
the blood.
around. It'll come back around eventually with the whole circulation of trade and everything. But
Undeniably, the biggest issue we have is our appearance. No one wants to come here, so no one usually will.
well, in that case, we need to, I guess, put forth a better face.
Which is why I had a couple of ideas, though I am unsure of how much we can surrender.
That's true.
I can handle a very legwork forward approach if we need to still attempt to find the source of this issue and root it out. I can follow that while you handle the alternative battlefield of fielding a better resource for them to sustain themselves on instead of this drug.
There
I'm
are
sure.
a couple
I'm sure.
of things I want to start soon, but I am unsure of how to go about it. This is my first time being in such a position of power.
Wow.
But
I just realized this whole time I haven't been using my accent. Anyway, go ahead.
It's okay.
But-
Wait,
We
Marcus has
have-
an accent?
Yes.
a little bit of one, but we have people who can teach very essential jobs that can get us out of this. We
Well,
simply
you
need to
mentioned-
incentivize people to do that.
Right. You mentioned finding a more proper well-made food source earlier.
I hunted, and a single person, if you spend enough time, can make enough food for an entire town.
That's true, and I may not be anywhere nearly as skilled as Sanguinaria here, but at the same time, I'd at least like to try to offer at least a little bit of my expertise in survival. That might be one of the few ways I actually can help.
Regretfully, part of my responsibility is assisting with hunters and providing proper guidance to helping the town. However, we have had other matters that have rendered me short of manpower in order to efficiently field rangers to provide that service.
That is something I wanted to think about. I think we have several options to go about this issue. And the other option I did not mention is we beat it by simply making it not relevant. It is something you do to forget. If we give them something to want to do, they will not need to forget as much, and it will rapidly dwindle.
Out of sight, out of mind. Right?
If we start giving people jobs and start building this place better, we can increase their quality of life. While hunting is good, you do not want to eat it raw. You must prep it properly. And it truly shows how drastically different a chef and simply cooked meat is.
Very true. Well,
there are only two people I'm unsure of a job in this current moment.
Man, they would
that
be...
That goes Enogen, and I believe it's Sunlight.
Yeah, Rose's character.
Yeah. Those, I do not know what you should do. However, I believe we could better source you two in different ways. Marcus could make a good hunter. I can teach people to cook. And Sanguinaria can, for lack of a better term, weaponize people for a proper investigation party. I doubt our guard force is manageable.
8% of them are suffering from this exact conundrum.
And Sanguinaria, out of everyone, to my awareness, has the highest authority, or at least respect. So I would much rather him, despite having profession in hunting, be the one that handles our front face of legality, at least for the time being.
I cannot state that I am respected, as I have become a legend of fear.
Well, I have a potential counter proposal, if you'd be willing to hear it.
What is it?
Well, Sanguinaria may be incredibly well respected, and all
feared.
He's feared.
Well, feared in that case. So
it is
not
a bragging statement. I just wish to show that I am not liked by the people. I am known for having lived here longer than most of their parents, and that scares them into listening to what I say.
Understood.
Fear and respect are not opposites inherently.
Well, that's true. And that's part of what I was attempting to propose, was if you want, we could potentially try to put out somewhat of a newer face with your, of course, endorsement of some sort, or, recommendation or anything along those lines. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really sure how to even say it. I mean, you could put me in that spot, is I guess what I'm saying. The people here don't know me as well as you. I don't know.
I understand your statement, and it is valid. My only point was that should we be trying to change the face of the Lord who presides, as my position was always directly subservient to them. I have been helping you as you are the new lords of the land. I have never been respected because of my good deeds. People will not listen to me because they like me. I will get the job done. However, if we wish for people to like the rulership, it should be addressed at a later point in time that a better person for the job be appointed. I am not a sheriff. I am a legend that keeps people from dying lost in the woods.
To be honest, that right there is more of the kind of lines of what the title or the job description, I guess, I'm trying to go for. If you need somebody to enforce the law around here, I'll do my best. I don't know. I'm just trying to be helpful, but my skill set's limited here.
At the current moment, I don't think we should, as odd as it will sound, make people happy. We should make their lives better, not make them happier. We don't need to consider comfort, we consider necessities and improve upon those.
Agreed.
So I'd much rather have someone that they will respond to than someone they might ridicule.
Right.
That is fully acceptable. I just wish there be no misconceptions about who you are putting in place.
I simply do not know of a case. I am sure if she was well, Edith would be riding for this.
Who is she, by the way?
She is being tended to. At the current moment, I don't think we must push further on it. The information will be brought to us eventually.
Just been some time since I heard any news.
She will be well.
Simply give it time. I am sorry for leaving you out, but I do not wish to...
No, it's fine. It's fine. I understand.
To fog up our goals.
Exactly. It just crossed my mind for a moment.
But to the other two, have you any ideas? Of course, it would still be beneficial to find this if you would like someone to go undercover, but I do not know of your abilities.
And as Sanguinaria pointed out earlier, that could take potentially more time.
That was not my point. I was only admitting that I could properly track this if we were wishing to pursue and apprehend those distributing.
Oh, I misunderstood you.
I was not saying that it would take more or less time.
I think we need to ensure that if we were to get rid of it, there wouldn't be a reason to get another. If we defeat the enemy and the enemy still is required, simply a new person can take the throne. So we need to improve both the fact that we don't want that to happen and to eventually get rid of them. Of course, after we properly hunt, I will have plenty of time in the immediate to discuss and find out things. While I am not persuasive, I can look through people. See which words struck a chord, which words lead to nothing.
It's definitely a good skill to have.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, at this point, while everything's kind of like dying down and like there's a quiet moment, like Marcus reaches into one of his satchels, and then like pulls out a cigar, and like leans across the table and lights it with one of the candles. Just takes a few puffs and just sits there for a moment. He's thinking about what to say next.
At least for the immediate, Sanguinaria's mission is to establish a proper line of function. Whether he wishes to do it through the guards or we simply make a new, I don't have a necessary care for. They have obviously shown, as they are now, they are not functional.
Enogen says he will try to with his best of his knowledge to find any distributors and find where it's coming from at least.
Are you sure you want to look into that at this moment?
At the current moment, that's the thing. That's the way he can best help, because even if he's normally very persuasive with this scar, most people might find it hard talking to him.
Almost like disadvantage.
Yes.
But that wasn't everything I meant. Do you feel you are in your best suit to go out and discuss with people once more? I was not alerted to if your condition improves.
Enogen,
You're
respect.
gonna stab someone else.
Enogen is going to say he will do his best to control his mental state. If you do not trust him to do this on his lonesome, you can send someone with him. But
I don't care for that. If you believe you are good, I will take you to your word. I will be back in town eventually. You can find me. I'm not a quiet individual.
Understood. Any other discussions you want to bring up before we all disperse into our own missions?
Yes. Just to clarify, what is it that you want me to do again?
Gather people and teach them to hunt. A quick briefing from Sanguinari of dens we shouldn't go to, at least in the immediate.
I have. I will show you.
Marcus produces hunters. I will aid you in the first catch, and then I shall teach chefs. The second profession, or second list of professions, relate to construction. I know of a woodworker, and I've heard of a smith. Getting them apprentices in some mannerism will prove beneficial.
Alright. I'll see if I can try to find some volunteers around town.
Mm-hmm.
You will wish to follow me. I will take you to my home. That way you can possess the maps and locations.
Fair enough.
Downhill above board question. That's really important. What's our air quote dispersible income? Because if he simply goes volunteers, it's going to be a lot less effective. If we tell them they'll give you 1 gold piece,
Oh no!
so many
oh no!
people would fucking bash on that.
Well, no, I'm gonna like when I said volunteers, I was kind of implying like people who actually want to be a part of it, and of course we'll pay them at the same time. But yeah,
This-
Lead with your planning to pay them.
Disposable income. Let me take a look real quick. You guys been in town for how long?
Fuck if I know.
couple of months, I think.
I believe 2 months. Yeah, 2 months, because you made 2 payments towards your debt.
Yeah, we did.
Sweet.
Which, I apologize, I just been doing that in the background.
Hey, that's something.
In the town coffers right now, you guys have exactly 15 silver pieces.
Not a
How
lot.
much do we need to pay?
I mean, what are you willing to offer? This is up to you guys. What you guys
How
want?
much do we have to pay our debt? That's not. We don't get to look them in the eyes. I will pay 0. Well, what's our bare minimum?
Oh yeah, what's our bare minimum for our payments toward the debt? Is I think what Claude's asking.
Yeah.
Let me take a look at the Google
Mhm.
Doc because Apex
Yeah,
was the bro and did all the calculations.
Yeah, that. I think that's what Claude's asking for. Like, what's our minimum towards
5
our next
silver.
payment? 5 silver.
5 silver is your
So-
minimum.
How much until next payment?
You have
And-
well, you just
What
made
do
a
we-
payment. You just made a payment,
Okay.
so you have a month.
Okay.
You have a month.
Okay,
month.
we could do all of it. What's? Keep having question. What's our taxes? How much money do we make a month?
Oh my fucking
I
god!
sent taxes.
There is
to a-
more math in this D&D campaign than any other I've ever been a part
It
of.
really matters because we have a
If it
debt we
makes
need to
you feel any
pay.
better, Claude? I taxed everyone a flat 10%. There's no sales tax, so it's just 10%.
God.
And we
Playing
were
D&D.
making, I want to say, 50 gold pieces per month.
We're playing D&D, but we're also halfway running the stock market at the same time.
When you own
I
in
made
town, this
that
really matters.
really
Yeah.
easy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Did I get any effects?
Our tax rate was 10%, which roughly translated to, I want to say, 10 gold pieces or something per month with our current working population, et cetera, et cetera. Or no, it wasn't that much. It was 1 gold piece per month profit.
Okay.
Yep.
So we have.
I apologize. I put SP where I should put GP. You guys have 15 gold in your coppers.
And
That
I'm
makes a lot.
assuming the monthly is also
Yeah.
in gold pieces. Okay.
The bare minimum is 5.
So 20 is how much we have to fuck around with.
Downhill, does it say on the Google Docs, if you have that open, how much it costs to actually open up the ranger station? I don't know if I ever got that far.
Nope, you never did. I was going to make it its own upgradable building.
I know you were. That's why I was wondering if I did it already.
No. We were going to discuss it, but we never got back to it.
I feel like
All right.
we had to have a lot more, or else we
Yeah.
burnt so much fucking time.
Yeah.
Because we talked about doing upgrades, and these upgrades are like. I know we talked about the church. That's 100. We have nowhere near that. Or it's just everyone's like personal stuff, and no one has anything but for it. Which case, that's also really relevant.
I will get back to the doc and
Yeah.
redo the math. I know I did it somewhere. Our tax
Yeah.
rate was 10%, which got us some amount of gold per month,
Yeah.
which was still important because we were still able to make some and very slowly improve.
Yes, but you guys have only been playing this for 2 months currently. Most of the town's starting money was given out to each of you guys as additional starting gold. Like, you guys decided to split it up as an additional starting gold amongst the players. That's where the starting loan went to.
A little bit on Clark.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you want me to mess with that or not.
Clark sheet?
Clerk's expenses. Clerk has 55 gold pieces. That, I assure you, he doesn't need anywhere near all of that. And understands he doesn't need anywhere near all of that. But I don't know if you want me to control that or not.
If you think Clerk would donate it to the town, he can. I don't do shit with Clerk.
I'll just say half for ease. Even, like, 25 gold is so much fucking money.
Mm-hmm. So,
this is how much, what Damien put in all he has that we have to toss around.
Oh, there's crazy.
just to pay people to go do certain things, correct? That's what we're all talking about?
The money, just period.
Okay.
That's how much
Okay.
disposable income we have this month right now. And if anyone else wants to make additions, speak up now.
I'm getting ready to go too.
Yeah. All right. Slight addendum. I'm gonna buy 2 sets of cooking utensils eventually downhill, sometime, somewhere.
You can go to the market and do that.
Yeah. So I don't think we should all just have like, oh, I'm gonna teach all these people how to cook, and then not get them cooking utensils. All right. But
So, with that as a meeting adjourned, you guys wish to
Oh wait, this. Yes, I mess up with a lot. These I do great with.
So,
Keyboard.
I'm petting my doggo on my nap.
you guys are going to head out and do your own things now. So, who's doing what?
I'm going with Sanguinaria to her place to pick up maps and stuff like that.
me, Marcus, Sanguinaria are going going to Sanguinaria's place. Me and Marcus are going hunting. I'm going to bring food back to town and teach people
Is there
to
anything
cook.
you want me to
I hired.
do?
I don't know of your abilities, so I don't know what you should do. So think of
So-
I
something.
forgot.
I'm going
It's
to use
so clear.
my criminal background, especially and the specific part of I sell illegal and fake goods, to try to narrow down the process of how would I try to distribute this drug. And to help me get more information, I will use a spell slot to cast locate object.
What are you trying to locate?
The
Moondust.
drug.
I already have a baggie because I bought one off of Peasant Session 1.
So you're getting a lot of pings, like here, 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 here. Oh, a little bit over
Where's
there.
the most dense? Because I do know that.
The most dense? That's a tricky question. There's this. Can you put up the locate object spell?
No, Umrion, all you gotta know is you have one in your hand, and that's it. The locate objects is not that fun
Oh.
because
Good question.
that will always be the closest to you.
Yep.
It doesn't tell you, oh, it tells closest. Got it.
It just tells you closest to you. It doesn't give you multiple separates. And you'll rather consistently, or is it just lead?
It's just lead,
Yeah, it's just lead.
which is not that common in most walls.
Okay, here's a reason why we don't have a lot of money. We still have 140 gold in the group fund.
Okay, so
No.
So I will not
Do
be
note,
using them.
that's after 2 months, right, Apex?
This is money that has been untouched.
yeah,
Okay.
We
we become
planet.
self-sufficient. We are profiting.
Okay.
We're just profiting almost nothing.
Okay, then
marginal
Whatever
amount.
you said.
This is current
this is-
disposable income.
Yeah.
Adding that to that, we almost have 200.
you know what?
And that
Apex,
is
I'm
assuming
going
no
to
one
do-
else puts money forward.
Do you mind just posting this in a handout?
It's in the handout. It's in my notes.
You put this in your notes?
I mean,
Yeah, remember
also
you told me
how
to
it's
track the
like-
party income?
Oh yeah.
So I just put that in.
Understood. So, now we're going to move on. So, Eudogen, if you want to make an investigation check using your criminal knowledge, you can make it with advantage to try to track these people down.
Got it.
But as that's happening, who's going hunting? Damien and Marcus?
Marcus.
Just Marcus?
Damien and Marcus. I have to go hunting
Both
for the
of
first time because
Do you go
I
together
can't.
or separate?
That's up to him.
I don't care. Together is safer.
Yeah.
Both of us have some experience in the hunting, so you can try and teach people.
Alright, 23.
You're more ranged. I'm really close.
So, both of you roll me a d100 for... Just for any special
Bam.
events.
41.
Also make me a survival check for, the hunting action.
Can I have the people coming along help us?
How much are you offering to pay them?
Marcus, what are you saying?
Let's see,
I
let's
would
see
just
what I got.
give them exactly.
I'll offer them. How many are there?
Well, we're offering, and then we're probably going to get a number of people. 5 silver a piece per hour was
Yeah.
what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
well,
a really good rate for untrained labor.
yeah, I've got enough. I've got enough to cover that for multiple people if necessary. So yeah, sure.
We have once again this much money. We can expend that.
Yeah, that's town's fun.
I would
shit.
not do
Okay.
5 silver an hour.
Not 5. I only plan to hunt for 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, we're not doing an entire shift. Hunting's very different. So we should pay people by yield, but we need them to come fast.
Heck, I'll offer them. I'll offer them 1 gold a piece.
Don't start high. If we start
Okay.
high, we have to stay up there.
Okay,
All right.
Five silver's good.
So there is 2 really big kind of muscle guys who will take you up on that offer. They say work has been very slow lately ever since they lost their jobs at the docks. There is a very old fellow who doesn't seem he can walk too well, who wants to take you up on that offer. And then there's 3 young kids, 2 girls and a boy, saying they need the money because their parents are not doing okay. That is you got about 5 people. The oldest of the kids, it's about 13, and the youngest is about 8.
Golly.
So we're gonna do something really simple downhill.
Yes.
Each of the kids need to throw a dagger. They need to get it as far as they can.
Yep.
If they aren't making it past a certain threshold, they aren't going to be able to hunt yet.
Well, throwing a dagger?
All right.
This is something literally any person can do.
Youngest
Okay,
child.
how about we make it even more simple then? Throwing a knife is not exactly as easy as you think, but shooting a bow on the other hand.
Cool.
Okay,
They aren't
that
strong
requires
enough.
proficiency. Throwing
Not-
a dagger can kill rabbits.
All right.
Yeah, but it also takes like
Second
practice.
Claude is using the mechanics of something versus logic.
Yeah.
We have to keep in mind, rabbits die to a dagger hit. And we have to play in accordance to that. They simply need to make
Fair.
the dagger land. That is
Fair.
their only requirement.
And
Anybody
Yes.
who can do that, I can work with.
and the oldest child.
They have a fucking negative across the board in dex and strength? Holy fuck.
They're kids.
They're kids.
They're kids.
Okay.
The two younger ones.
How many times when you were a kid did you intentionally throw knives?
Knives
Or
are like
daggers.
I can throw rocks. Throwing a knife is as good as throwing a rock in 5e.
it would be equivalent to
Fair.
throwing a baseball without with the
the
intention of murder.
the oldest does get pretty far. The knife ain't it wasn't thrown perfectly, but it did hit it did hit a tree and scratched it.
Do any
literally just open room. I want to see how far they can throw. I don't necessarily care about accuracy.
right?
The check was if they could make a 20. If they can make 20 feet, then I'm slightly okay.
Only
We can
the
teach them.
oldest. Only the oldest. He can make
Makes sense.
25.
Makes sense.
Since I am still here at this point because I have not shown them the maps yet, I will make the statement of the two who cannot hunt can be taught how to forage.
And
Or skin.
if foraging is not what they wish to do, I can teach you to cook. It
I
doesn't
don't
matter.
believe they care. They need
Yeah,
money.
yeah.
They will
They
do.
They need money. We are offering them jobs.
They'll do something.
We can give them a job they can do safely.
Yeah, we will find them something that they can do. Yeah, for sure.
The oldest says, I want half the payment up front. I've been burned before. I want half up front.
You're dealing with the government.
Would you like it in writing? If we do not pay you in full at the end of it, we will pay you triple.
Someone said
Deal.
don't
I
go-
can put that in writing.
Deal.
Yeah.
The oldest
The-
agrees on that.
To whoever the hell you want me to sign this to, sir.
James.
Oh, you
We'll-
had
we'll-
to.
We'll
you had
go
to
through
pull a
this.
name that was
Go
like
through
on
the
my
time.
heartstrings.
He is not the brightest because if we're not going to pay him at the end anyway, I don't know why he expects me to pay him triple, but
He can
For
have it
legal
in
reasons.
writing. We don't.
yeah, we
It doesn't
we have
matter.
no
I'll throw.
intention of lying to these people.
He could be dead tomorrow. I mean, shit. It's like,
Mhm.
Well,
I mean, we don't want that, but I'm just saying, it's like, I don't
that's
know.
literally, I'm just telling him. I can tell him I'll pay you tenfold. It doesn't matter. I'm simply trying to tell him, hey, whatever the hell you want as repercussion for us not doing that, you can hold us to it. We're an official group. We can't kind of just
Yeah,
fuck
yeah,
you over
I got you.
and get away with it.
It's like, yeah, we got no reason to do you wrong.
So what did you guys roll for your D100s for the
I got a 71.
I
and
got a
Claude got a
41.
41.
and roll your survival blue?
It was
he
mine
got
was a 24.
And
We
Claude?
should have advantage downhill.
Oof.
Claude, your survival? Why
Why should it have advantage? I'm praying to God that they can help us, because that's an action literally a pigeon can do. If they can't, All right, I've given up. We're going and taming wolves.
No,
I'm
God.
up for
I'm down
that.
with
I'm
it.
going to say that they
I'm
are.
down with that.
I'm going to say the kids are inexperienced enough. They don't know how to do the help action. The bigger, like the dock workers. The dock workers will actually give you the help action though.
Okay. The blue, I've given you also a second roll in case you want it. I also went up to you.
Fair.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
So
Get fucked,
But you
my
went
dear.
up to my second roll.
Well, the 24 in
So
my
you're
case
only hunting
is
for
what
2
I got,
hours?
so.
Yeah, we're going to go over 2 hours of time.
Get one up by him. He's like, fuck you, because I got advantage. Ha ha.
That'd be kind of cool if for like our group's like, oh yeah, but when we're out,
Marcus is literally gonna like lean over and whisper to you. He's like, why didn't you bring up the wolves idea earlier?
So that's where mouths to feed.
Fair.
And while I'm proficient in taming animals, it's circus animals.
But at least they can hunt.
So
True.
So after
At least they
2
got the
hours of
natural
hunting,
instinct to protect themselves.
you guys are all heading back. The two men, the dock workers, they were able to kill a deer each. The old man, which I'm surprised you brought him along at all, fell down like.
I actually have something for the old man. I wanted him to skin. A very slow and steady process.
R8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that doesn't exactly take a steady hand.
Understood.
He is also arms.
Doesn't really.
The only reason I was like, I don't care about the dock workers, they have a carrying capacity downhill. That's all they were.
Feels bad.
Guys, your total
doesn't take much effort to skin a deer, so.
Your total haul is about 4 deers and a rabbit. The young guy actually got a rabbit.
See, I told you, Marcus. A dagger can kill a rabbit, and that's all we care about.
Hey, I didn't doubt that.
After
a rabbit can be a meal.
You actually are close to one of the roads that come into the town. As you
I don't think it's going to matter downhill, but
what's up?
I want all of them to learn range weapons. I don't want them swinging clubs. I want them like throwing stones.
So slings.
Yeah.
I can teach them how to use a sling.
But it doesn't matter right now because they're probably not going to be proficient afterwards. But
it's going to take a minute. But
it's just what path I want them to be set down on. We're taking the safest option.
As you head up the road, like back towards the road, you guys notice someone who is also entering town with you.
Just for future, I'm going to say this. The start of the Rangers is now done, and I'm just going to go ahead and make it for my own personal funds. I made it the same place as the start of... I haven't gotten to, so don't worry about that yet. But it's 50 GP. That's going to come out of my pocket to get a single Ranger.
We'll discuss that a little bit. I want to see the upgrade path. Well, you're getting just a single Ranger, right?
To start patrolling, I am unavailable.
Understood. That's fine. But as you guys walk the road, you notice another figure also heading into town. Now, Damien, you have a strange feeling about this person. You don't know why, but you feel somewhat connected.
Mm-mm.
Would I consider it positive or negative?
Positive.
Okay.
Yeah, no, there's
Uh,
lady. But like I said, I'm not
If Marcus cares, he can say, but continue people forward. Literally center of town. Center of town, simply set things up. I will be there in due time.
You want me to continue on?
We should make small talk and discern truth. Leave this in the middle of town. Have someone look over it simply to ensure it's safe.
They're driving me nuts.
I don't know how to get quiet.
We talking about that?
Partially.
They don't seem to be following you. They just seem to be traveling into town. But they did turn their head to look at you, Damien, for a moment, but then they just turned around and continued heading into town.
Something suspicious afoot.
But yeah, I simply intend to make small talk. You can sit in the middle of town. There should honestly still be supplies residing there. I will get to it as soon as I can. If you wish to also join in, you can. I don't care. Simply voicing my intentions.
That's fair. Well, in that case, guess I'll catch you later. Yeah, well, Marcus.
I will approach him. Marcus is probably continuing through.
Yeah. I'd like to talk to the lady, but
if you want to, I don't necessarily
I wouldn't even
care.
know what to say. Yeah, I wouldn't know what to say.
Damien doesn't have anything he'll consider secretive. At least something he needs to be secretive about. I don't know if this person shares the same sentiment.
So you wish to approach this person?
Mm-hmm.
As they turn around. May I help you with something?
Slightly curious. Nothing all too major. What brings you to such a less than fortunate place?
I have came here to request from the leadership of the town to set up a church of the crescent moon here. For I have seen beyond the stars that guidance is needed for these people.
Do you have money to do so, or men to work such?
I have the funds to set up a small place. And men, I can easily get men here if needed. I just wish for permission.
Just going back to officials, you say Crescent Moon downhill?
Yes, she is a member of the Crescent Moon Church.
Then she should have permission. I'm the one who gave permission for it to get built in the first place.
You gave permission to the Fox. This is an actual official. The Fox was not 100% affiliated with it. Like, they're seen as a holy creature. They're not leaders, per se.
You're given a mission box. Deliver my message. Fuck.
Oof. Feels bad.
But
anyway, point being is
they'll almost certainly end up with some.
More so, I wish to bring at least one church in, as nothing really gets people fixing themselves like religion does. So
Let me ask you, what is your title?
Depends what you were asking for. The one that I will always feel is most true is stagehand.
I mean when you ascended.
Whoa.
Depends on what you're asking for. I'm not simply me. Such as a simple idea. Where you have the Redeemer and the Redeemed.
I did not know Well, I should let the others know about your existence, I believe. I do apologize. Normally when someone has ascended, we come to greet them after their ascension. But we did not know of ye.
I dare not. The trait does not define me, despite what people might believe.
Do you have any worries of me acting in your vicinity? I know Michael is normally picky who acts in the capital.
I don't inherently have a issue, but I also do not know what you intend to do.
I tend to spread the message of the crescent moon to these people.
I can hardly tell you what that even means.
The crescent moon values one's freedom and is okay, out of character. I don't know how to speak this in character for a moment. I don't know how to say this, how this person would say it. But the rundown is the crescent moon is more of a spiritual religion, not really like big on churches and stuff. They would more likely take people out to the woods and do ceremonies out there instead of sitting in a building on Sundays.
They want to build a church. Goddamn. But that's not what he's asking for. And it's a thing of...
You mean their values?
Like, no. What do you literally plan to do? What
do they want to do here?
Like, Christianity has a lot of family views. However, it can be skewed in several separate ways. Damien knows this religion well because you've actually mentioned all of it to him.
Mm-hmm.
He's simply saying, I don't know what that means because that doesn't mean anything by itself. Mm-hmm. You are not defined by that. It is not possible. That is simply an idea. You put it into motion. If you believe your motions will interfere with mine, then there shall probably be some qualms. However, such is same with everyone. If you start a fight in a bar, of course, the people in the fight are going to be against each other. Such is the simplicity of it.
I understand. I wasn't sure if you were setting up your own religion here.
Wait a minute. Quick question. I like character. Does the town have one?
They have a church, but
they have a church of the rising sun.
But
okay.
Your statements of me making my own religion could be discerned as true, but that's not my intentions with it. I do have an ideology I wish to push forward. However, I am not making a grandiose statement of it. Simply looking for people to grow and improve upon themselves. I care not what they say they believe in the end.
My goal is to give guidance from the crescent moon to these people, to help them out of their darkest time and leads them towards the moonlight. I want to help the people of the town, and I do apologize, my common is not the best. It is not my preferred language.
I highly recommend learning it and a greater mannerism. If you are to speak its messages, you should speak it clearly. Unless you intend for, instead of you learning, you have everyone else learn, so it's what you believe. But I don't have anything to necessarily hold you up on. I have deeds I must do.
Understood.
I'm sorry for the interference, if you see it as any. Simply curious.
It is all good. Now,
your actions will be judged upon you. Please feel free to do what you believe you should.
If there's anything I can do to help this town, let me know. The crescent moon
I'm sure
will
you
always...
can find work.
Alright. But I do have a question. Are you aware of the moon touch you walk with?
It doesn't matter in the end, if I'm aware or not.
Understood.
Curious.
Marcus, like, were you here during this conversation? Like,
Did you want to listen in? I don't
Kinda,
care.
yeah.
Damien, once again, I have nothing to keep secret of you.
True, it's just, yeah.
Well, literally, one of the first things I did was show you, hey, I'm not an angel in wholeheartedness.
It's just like, I'm just curious, like, what she means by moon touch. Like, it,
Is that me?
It's like,
Are you
I'm
talking about me or my cousin? Or
well, no, she made it clear that it was me. That's like the one moon touched you walk with. Like, then that's, clearly talking about somebody in the third person, which I'm assuming is me.
Could be someone else. They're actually talking about Enogen.
What are the
creature
kids?
of the night? Ah!
looking...
I knew it!
Aha!
So, Marcus,
Suspicious.
would you like to ask anything?
Sorta.
What would you like to say, Marcus?
I'll just kind of... I'll leave it alone for now. I'll touch back on it later, I guess. I'll talk to Claude's character about it.
No, I was heading towards the tavern, but... do you happen to know where said tavern is? I have not been to this area before.
It'd be good to learn the area.
They say a bit sheepishly.
It'll do you good to learn the area.
Understood. I apologize for taking up more of your time.
You are no burden upon me.
As they will leave, and try to find the tavern.
I like how you say they will leave when we're heading probably down the same path for the majority of the time. And this is where I look down on the eyes and say, I'm going to teach all these people to ramp their con, and I'm going to make them real human hunters. Abuse the fact that you have sweat children. We're going to run down these animals. But if Marcus wants to continue hunting, he can. The number keep up still there. I'm going to set up food stuff, and that's what I plan to do next, as well as call for anyone that wishes to help.
Now, you guys are going to the center of town and doing all that. I would like to move on to someone else real quick. Umbreon.
Yeah.
So, you rolled a 23 investigation. So, you thought to yourself, okay, let's start by, this is your basic thinking process. Alright, so first, I need to find a seller, and then I can go to a distributor, and then finally get to the main man who's doing all of it. So, you walk around town for a bit, and this will take you about an hour or so. And as you pass down an alleyway, you notice two people, a brown-skinned woman and a brown-skinned man. The woman seems to be handing the man a small pouch in the alleyway, as the man is shaking, trying to pull out like a few silver from his money pouch.
Jin will make sure that no one's watching and then walk the hallway himself. Alleyway himself.
Alright.
And I'll wait for the man to finish paying, and if he doesn't have the money, I'll cover him.
The man finished paying and starts to leave.
Got it.
As the woman turns to leave, they noticed you.
Hello.
And who are you?
Just a traveler coming to the small town. I heard some interesting facts about a new drug going around.
They take a step back. Interesting. And why are you here in this particular area? We're a bit far from the tavern, if you were to tell.
Well, I haven't heard much of this new substance, but I'm looking in investment opportunities. And after walking around for a couple of days, I'm actually quite interested in what you're selling.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage, Umbreon.
I'm lying to her face. That would be deception.
Alright.
Still disadvantage?
Because you're trying to get them to build trust with you, and your scar's making it a bit hard to do that.
The scar doesn't affect, it only affects persuasion.
11?
Downhill. I want to preface this. The injury only affects persuasion, so I wouldn't get
mechanically, yes, but you're still trying to build rapport with them. I would treat this as also getting disadvantage on deception, because you're trying to earn their trust a little bit. But 11, you do good enough to be able to All right. So, would you like to sample the product?
I like your spunk, kid, but number one rule of this trade: never sample your own product. Never ends well. But here's what I'll proposition for you. You guys can keep your business up, but I'll be giving you funding throughout the process to make it go smoother, and I'll have a bit of investment in the company per se. But before I make any deals
What
or
does investment mean?
I give you a bit of money, and at the end of the month, you give me a fraction of what you make. Depending on how much money I give you, the fraction is bigger.
Ain't that just a loan?
That's how investments work as well. If I'm giving you money to help you prosper, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to be small drug peddlers for the rest of your lives. You probably have big aspirations of your own, huh?
No,
And you can still,
I kind of like this work. It's easy. Just walk around for a few hours and you make enough money to feed your family. Simple process.
do you just want to feed your family? Don't you want to live in luxury? Have it live on easy street for the rest of your life?
Last, last time I came anywhere close to that, the previous lord took everything I owned.
See, that's why you can't trust the rich.
And why should
But
I
I'm
trust you?
you should you shouldn't trust me innately. But I have goals of my own that I want to accomplish. As I'm not too far up on the hierarchy myself, us working together could give us new opportunities for the both of us. And I'm not asking for anything. I just want to help you prosper, and I get a bit out of it. We can negotiate what's fair.
I
You will have
believe.
complete control over the situation.
Muñeco.
Alright, Umbreon, so. I think I'm gonna need another skill check from you. This time I won't have your scar dictate disadvantage, but you can decide if it's persuasion or deception.
I'm still lying straight to her face. I'm pretty sure it's still deception.
Alright. You know, they say the devil is most of the time charming. So, all right. I guess you would have to talk to my boss about this, but this could be good for business, but I may not get anything out of it.
You're smart, kid. Say what? I'll pay a bit up front. I'll give her 15 silver pieces. Think of it as a bit of a cherry on top.
And when do I need to pay this back?
Never. Like I said, this is a cherry on top.
Alright, but before we can go to my boss, I have 2 more clients to meet. Is that okay with you?
Alright. Hopefully you don't mind me walking around with you.
Sure, just don't cause any trouble for the clients.
My lips will be sealed. I want to watch how you do your operation anyway.
The first place they head to is they head right next to the guard station. And after waiting a few minutes, someone walks out from behind the guard station. Seeing that there's not a lot of people around, your dealer walks over to them, and they go behind the guard station for a little bit. Do you wish to follow them?
I don't necessarily follow them, but I want to keep an eye on all my new business prospect quotation marks.
They basically do another deal. But this guy doesn't seem to be very shaky, but he is getting a bigger pack.
Mm-hmm.
But he is also paying a bit more.
Going well.
After that, there's one last dealing. And this is closer to the edge of town, close to where the burning wreckage was. They simply knock on the door, and a older looking lady who is shaking very furiously simply throws them the money and takes it with no words exchanged. Probably took you about 30 minutes.
Got it.
After that, you guys start walking towards, I would like to say, the suburb, more like the suburbs of the town where a lot of the housing is. And you guys head to this somewhat decently large building with 2 floors. Probably one of the few houses that actually has a second floor. After knocking on the door, what looks to be one moment, just grabbing my notes for the quest. A very big Goliath opens the door. On his back seems to be what looks to be a claymore. You're late.
Oh.
Sorry about that, Biggs. I met a new friend who wants us to talk to the boss. Biggs looks at you.
I wave.
The boss doesn't like visitors.
This isn't just a friendly visit. I'm coming to offer a bit of a business proposal. From what I've seen, you people are doing quite remarkable work, but you could be making a lot more.
He kind of just kneels down to get on your height.
It's perfectly fine with that.
And are you disguised, or are you just still in your normal...
Nope, this is normal Enogen.
I didn't think one of your kind would have such way with words.
My race finds a lot of conniving ways to stay alive.
Question. Do you know of one of your kind named Ik?
The name ring a bell.
Would you like to make a history check?
Sure.
You actually know Ik. Ik used to be part of the mines you used to work at before, you got your freedom.
Yeah.
He was a bit of a smaller kobold, actually small for a kobold standard. Very bright though. A few people even said it could use Bulog, but Ik always denied that he didn't have any magical touch.
Enogen will be like, yes, I have met him before. Sadly, he's probably still in the mines.
Where is Ik?
What's the name of that town again? God, I haven't looked at the general world map in like a while.
Fool's March is where you came from.
Got it. He's still in the mines in Fool's March.
I know your race likes shinies. I don't really care for them. Here. He hands you a gold piece.
Well, I just made back my cooperation immediately. And I'll thank him for the gold piece. But, like I said, thank you for the gold piece, by the way. I want to make a business proposal so we can all benefit.
Let me ask the boss. As he turns
Completely
around
understandable.
and he ushers you in.
I'll walk in.
As you walk in, you see the most disgusting thing sitting at a desk, twirling its evil mustache, looking you dead in the eyes. It's a fucking gnome.
Now I don't feel bad about betraying these people.
Gnomes, man.
The gnomes.
You don't see them very often, but damn.
Yes, can I help you? Here. Biggs, throw the pest outside, please.
Sir, I think it's kind of weird to ask your bouncer to throw yourself out. But, like, I'm not gonna stop you.
But, boss, he wanted to talk to you, and you said you will listen to him. Yes, but I didn't know you were bringing another one of your... What did you call it? What did you call that thing again? Companion? Friend?
I'm offering you a business proposal.
And what type of business
So,
can you offer me?
I've seen how your operation works, and it's unfortunate to say, it's running quite inefficiently.
In your opinion?
Though you are making good steps in the right opinion, in my opinion. You just need a little nudge in the right direction.
And I need to take this nudge from a wannabe dragon?
I'll say in Thieves' Camp, can you understand me?
In Thieves' Cant, he will respond, yes I can.
So you're not completely out of the world of thievery. Then you must know there's a thieves guild going around here, in the capital.
I've paid my tithes.
Good to hear. But working in this small town, you probably already know you're not making much money. Even if I don't like you as a person, your business can have some great opportunities arise in other towns. Think of it. You can be the next big thing.
How do I know you're from the guild?
Mm-mm.
I'll come back with proof later, but I must know it's worth my time to.
A silent hand makes the way for what? Jen, what's your response to that? This is in Thieves' Cant.
Okay, God. This is why you don't put stuff next to your mouth. I would like to make a insight check to see if I can find some more meaning in his words.
Go ahead. It could be a code. Like, you're thinking that this has something to do with current actions. He said this probably is a code for the Thieves Guild. What the code means, you're not 100% sure. But it's also incomplete. There's definitely a second part of the code.
He's definitely waiting for me to say that. And I have. Okay, I know what my plan of action is. Enojin will say, Sir, I don't have time to prove myself to you. I'm coming here with a business opportunity. And if you don't want to accept it, that's fine. But think of it this way. How many other times will you have a good source of money come directly towards you on a silver platter?
And how are you a good source of money?
My character will say, due to the very foolish actions of the town's previous owner, I've come into a bit of inheritance of this town. Only 1/6, but 1/6 of the coffers are mine, and we currently have 189 gold pieces in the safe. I can fool the others to give me quite a bit of profit if it quote unquote helps the town.
He looks over to both Biggs and the dealer. You let a town official into our hideout.
Yes, a corrupt one.
You can never trust politicians.
And I'm not asking you to trust me. You get to run your business however you want. And what do I gain from turning you in after I give you money?
Your money back?
You'll sell me out immediately. Hell, I'm already in hot water with the other people already. But they still trust me to be a bit naive.
Why are you in hot water?
Let's just say a silly little kobold took something he shouldn't have. But they think it's just natural kobold instincts to take shinies.
Roll deception. You're lying straight to his face there. Alright. And you want a cut of the money that we make? Is that what this is?
You cut out a bit for me, so what did you say?
You want a cut of the money we make?
I want to invest in you and you give me a bit of the money back. You can still run however you want, and you can pay me on a monthly basis. Or if you wanted a bit sweeter deal for you, bi-monthly. Like I said, I like what's going on here and I want a part of it.
Does that mean we'll have your support in case someone starts breathing down our necks a little too hard?
Yes, but I do have one stipulation.
What's that?
Just one. I want to know how sustainable this is. I can't invest in a company that's running on fumes. So
we have a pretty good supplier. As long as you say the right words, they won't even charge us anything for it. Quite happy I ran into that old fool.
Old fool, huh? How how much is transportation here to the place? How much is going to cost me to? Much does it cost you usually to transport the drugs to him to you?
About a day's hard work, so about 3 to about, depending on who I have it, who I get it to, who I have accompanying me. You see, I'm the only one who talks to our supplier. Can't have him risking out what's actually what's actually happening here.
So he's oblivious to it. I have no qualms with that. It means he's charging less.
He doesn't charge anything at all.
Wonderful. He must really think he's doing something good. But I want to know a bit of the side effects or the materials made to use this drug. Can't have it killing all of our clients.
Unfortunately, I have no idea what he makes it out of.
So he gives it to you in this powdery state, as I'll pull out a bag.
Yes.
I want to incite that statement.
Roll it. He is telling the absolute truth.
So you have no idea what it's made out of, correct?
None at all.
That does make me a bit cautious. But I'm willing to take the risk on it.
If you want to talk to our supplier, however, I am arranging a meeting with him in maybe a day or two. I'm not too sure. I'll have to look at my book. But I will only let my investor into the deal.
Completely understood. How much do you want to make this little deal happen all smoothly?
Let's start out small. We don't want anyone to draw any attention to our little operation. 15 GP. It'll be enough to hire more staff because, as you can see, I'm not running too big of an operation. I got about 2 dealers and my only security is Biggs.
Understood. But can't put all my eggs in one basket. 7 before the deal, the rest after.
And if you don't pay, I'll have Biggs here mount you to the wall.
Fair deal.
All right. We will be contacting our compatriot later tonight. He's actually moving quite close to town. So, we should be able to meet him up about 2 hours after midnight.
Understood. I'll make everyone else suspect I'm asleep and then sneak out.
Now, before you go, he holds out his little hand. The first part of the payment.
Don't have it on me, didn't know how much you wanted. But I assure you, I will get you your money, and I will not say a word to my compatriots.
Sus.
And I shake his hand. Can I make this a partial devil deal without any hard cash or contract?
No.
Got it.
However,
But
Biggs, how about you walk our investor home?
understood. And he'll watch me get the money as well.
Biggs nods. So what is your name, small one?
Name's Enogen.
Itogen.
Yep.
Question.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for you to take me to Tick Tick?
Sure. When this is all over, I'll arrange a meeting. And with all the money I'm in, taking a little bit more to free a friend shouldn't be that much.
Please, lead the way.
Got it. I'll thank them for their time and leave. While I am walking, I'm using cosmic telepathy and telling Sanguinaria everything I heard. We just talked about.
Sanguinaria.
But he has to accept the ping first.
Apex. You're muted.
Yes, I was muted. What do you need?
You're getting a Discord call in the D&D game. Dum 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 dum.
I love it.
From the
That
Itogen.
is awful. Okay.
Do you wish to pick up the call or no?
I mean, yes, I don't have a reason not to.
Umbreon?
Got it. Enogen is going to explain everything going on and that we are meeting up with the buyer tonight. But I'll need to be borrowing 15 gold pieces from the treasury for a bit.
That's fine.
And I'm informing you about this because you are the most stealthy of my allies. So if you follow, the likelihood of them noticing something up is very minuscule.
Yep. Just inform me where.
Got it. This telepathy will last until I fall asleep, so I'll keep you informed the entire way.
Noted.
So, question. Do you like shiny objects like Tick Tick?
I'm more of a painting guy myself.
It was ick.
I'm not gonna judge nicknames.
Say that again, Apex.
It was Ick. That's the actual name.
Sorry, my brain is not reading this correctly.
Enogen's thought it's just a nickname. I'm like, he ate so many Tic Tacs, we just called him Tic Tic.
Ick. So, do you also like strange rocks? Yes?
Yes, it's actually a religious thing for kobolds.
Oh, like like the sun?
Yeah, Enogen will explain more about kobold culture and why we mine and why we hate gnomes because they kind of screwed us over for no apparent reason.
Same. Me don't like the boss. Boss is mean. Took my friend and made him go bye-bye.
Poor thing.
Yeesh. I promise once I become an investor, I'll pressure him to be more kind to his subordinates. We can't have people wanting to betray us. And treating your employees like scum is the best way to do that. But, so don't worry. Everything will work out in the end, I promise.
Okay.
He's like a gentle giant. I like it.
But I will go once we head to the mansion. I'll give him 15 gold pieces.
1, 2, 5, 9, 20, 15. Yep.
And I'll give him 5 silver pieces as an exchange for him being a good friend to talk to.
I'm not allowed this.
He doesn't need to know.
But ain't that poisonous to me?
What? What are you talking about?
He pulls out his bag and he pulls out copper pieces. This is what I'm paid in. Shinier metal, poisonous to my kind. At least that's what
Did your
boss
boss-
says.
Enogen says, your boss is manipulating you.
What's manipulating mean?
He's using your friendship as a way to undercut you.
Boss is not friend, boss is boss.
Well, he's using your dynamic to undercut you. You trust him, so he's going to use that to his advantage. It happens a lot in this business. And it rips apart factions. I'll talk to him about it. But don't bring this up, okay? Just keep it for yourself.
Understood. Question: would Enogen, right? Enogen, right?
Mm-hmm.
Enogen friend? Like,
If you want to consider me a friend, then I'll consider you one.
okay.
Oh, just want to hug this gentle giant.
I'll thank
No.
him, and if he wants to talk on the way back, I can. But I'm going to have to stay in the manor for a bit.
He just stands around, looks very, very menacingly. So, after that, let's see, who else do we have to get to? Rose, is there anything in particular you're doing?
She's making sure her wolf is fed. And taken care of. And I guess after that, she would, go see if there needs any help at the church. I guess. I don't know. Try to figure out what would be good for my character to do.
Alright. There's really nothing happening at the church.
If there's nothing happening at the church, you'll just walk around town, see if anyone need help. We'll let her help them with anything.
In the middle of town, there seems to be people scanning and, Claude, what are you doing at the middle of town again? Like, what are you...
I'm going to set up, effectively, again, another source of food, but specifically I'm trying to hire people. I'm going to work on training chefs. It'd also be at this time I would buy cooking utensils twice over.
Understood. So you set up your soup kitchen plus the kids, the younger kids are going to try to work again. So is the older one. The old man is like basically everyone who worked earlier today is hoping to work again. They need the money. But Claude, what are you offering people to cook in the kitchen?
2 silver this time per hour. As it's not a risky endeavor.
Alright, they need the work, so they will do it.
Anything in particular you want me to do?
Sorry, just drinking something. Nah. The entire affair with the soup kitchen doesn't have anything special planned. There is quite a few people there. However, it is less than the last super kitchen. Quite a bit less. As Damien, you do notice, what looks to be a woman in rags seems to be trying to pick up the 3 kids, like trying to take them away from the soup kitchen.
Is she giving a reason, or?
All right, you 3 had your fun. Time to come home. The old is like, but Mom, I'm in the middle of my job. I can't really leave. Listen, you're gonna come home right now, okay?
Just stare directly at the woman.
What?
Simply staring.
Stare.
As you stare at them, they twitch a little.
The stare.
Is she gonna continue?
Yeah.
I need a figurative positioning. Also, I need to change this. Is rest something I have? No, I'll make it something.
Here. This is who you're staring down.
A rat?
I don't have
Bam.
a token for this woman, and I'm not making one.
There's a multitude of free images. Watch, I'll pull one. Where's townsfolk? Townsfolk.
Lazy Bill.
Bam! Look, I grass.
Cool.
Yeah.
But they're just kind of looking at you.
Simply stand between her and the children.
Who the hell are you? As she says that, she twitches a little.
Might I ask why you are here?
I came to pick up my kids. Their uncle is visiting the house today.
All right. And they're busy.
Yes, but they really want to see their uncle, you see. The oldest just kind of rolls his eyes.
I will once again state they are busy. They've made an agreement. They should uphold it.
And who the hell are you to tell me how to raise my kids?
I'm not telling you how to raise your kids. I'm telling you what happens when you're employed. I'm sorry if you are not aware of such.
Well, that's good. We needed some money anyway, but they really need to go see their uncle. The eldest is like, I don't want to talk to that man. He's just gonna take our money again.
Do you have any relevant information to state, or might I ask you to please stop interfering with the business doings?
Listen, I'm taking my kids. I'm going home. So step out of the way.
I'm sorry, they're currently employed. If you have a qualm, you can bring that up at a later point in time.
Hey, Damien.
Yeah.
I'm not even, what's your passive insight?
Passive. It doesn't exist, but if it did, it would be 19.
Okay. Roll me insight. Because I thought passive insight did exist.
I don't. I'm pretty sure it's literally just passive perception and wisdom because they're DCs you have to beat in certain cases.
Okay.
But damn, really like 26.
Passive insight, no, does not exist.
Okay.
I know passive perception and passive investigation exist because of observant.
Funny thing about that, like,
Passive investigation is nowhere else though.
only in the feed, so I don't know where exactly.
I'm pretty sure it was like what was going to be used to contest illusions, but they just scrapped that idea or forgot to put it somewhere.
One of those just things that happen. Anyway, as you were.
Yeah.
Hey, Damien. You're getting the sense that this woman's going to go violent real fucking quickly.
Uh-oh.
All right. I'm not going to do anything immediate. They're working. I'll motion for them to continue doing what they were doing.
The younger two seem a little scared as the oldest is just trying to get them all back to do their jobs.
I assure you there is nothing to worry about. It shall be handled effectively.
I'm sorry, boss. I didn't mean to bring this with us. You know, the eldest
This is not your fault. This is not something you did.
As the woman is going to try to go and grab her kids, trying to push you aside.
But simply did stand in front.
Alright. They are going to now lay hands on you and try to physically move you. You know, for a commoner, that was really bad.
Oof.
Damien?
They'd simply look her in the eyes. Would you like to continue?
I'm taking my kids home. What was that acrobatics for?
That's a shove.
Oh, you're gonna shove?
I had to resist it. No.
Oh, okay.
Or are you implying they're punching me, which is way worse?
I mean...
I'll tell you, my AC is always 10.
Well, here's the thing. They can only do 1 damage. Even if they nat 20, it's still 1 damage.
Still 1 damage.
So...
in the eyes.
I said I'm taking my kids home. They will actually throw a punch at this point.
The AC is 10. Damn.
They do 1 damage.
To release stress. They did no damage.
You're right. Well, that's just what's going to happen. I'd simply look them in the eyes. I will allow you to continue. However, keep in mind, you have assaulted someone.
The guards are starting to come over because there was like 2 guards here.
People are like, what's happening here? Damien, deadpan, stare them down. Punch. Deadpan, stare you down. Say whatever you wish to say. However, you will be tried as a citizen, unless you are here to specify you are not one.
One of the guards attempts to grab the lady as she's like, "Get your hands off me!"
I'll motion for the guards. You don't need to get physical with this.
He nods. The other one's going to ask.
She starts becoming a genuine issue. Simply, we're going to just escort her.
She attempts to punch Damien again.
The same song and dance. I'll actually show you how much temp HP she has to fucking burn through.
I understand. I understand.
There you go.
Ew.
Do 29 HP. Give her a minute. Damien literally doesn't care. She could swing all fucking day if she wants to.
Damn.
I mean,
He'll take it to the face each and every time.
it's gonna take her 2 minutes just to get through his temper. Actually, 3 minutes. To get
The
through
thing
his
is,
temper.
I could just do it again.
I know.
This is a fruitless endeavor. So at any time, like, oh, there's someone that's like really pissy, I'll just look them in the eye and say, "Hey, buddy, go right ahead."
The youngest of the kids are starting to cry. As this is starting to cause a scene.
Now I shall ask you to leave the area. If you have questions to state, you can state them afterwards.
So what? You're just okay with denying a mother's right to take their kids home?
Joke's on you. We're not a civilized country. You don't have that right.
Ew.
This is not a daycare. If you're saying I shall work 3 hours, you are expected to work 3 hours. I assure you, regardless of who this man is, he will not be he will not vanish into the mist in 3 hours. Or if he shall, you have a far more pressing issue to address.
Mom, just go home.
She will have roughly 12 seconds before I shall ask the guards, "Hey, please escort her away from the area."
Alright, that's 12 more seconds. Another punch.
Go right ahead.
Windows activated, hold on.
Oh, fucking 20.
Take your 1 damage, Claude.
Alright, they're at 26.
That's probably what's the funniest and saddest about commoners is unless they have their trusty club with them, they physically doesn't matter if they crit. 1 damage.
1 demise. Think of it this way, they get the cool my crit system. Their dies maxed.
Well, here's the thing. They don't even get that. They technically do 0 damage. The only reason they get anything is because you can't do 0 damage.
So, as she is being, as the guards are going to try to escort them, you know, people who have been waiting in line are a little, you know, appalled to see this scene here, but they kind of understand that this is not your fault. They're just a little worried.
And Damien, not once, no swing, no hostile action. It's simply, why are you here? Sorry, they cannot leave. I will repeat what my answer
and then
was.
one last action. This ain't it towards Damien. This is towards the table.
All right, that one I'm gonna have to stop. Fuck.
They're try...
Protect the holy. The table gets +2 AC.
No.
I mean, the more hilarious joke is she can't do more damage than
No,
the
she's trying to
table's
flip the
damage
table.
barrier.
She's trying to flip the table.
Oh, show us that athletics. You're +0.
Yeah, a 12. So, Damien, do you have a response to them almost flipping the table?
It's simply to keep the table down and, hey, time's passed. I shall get back to what I was doing.
And the guards will take the lady away. Well, one of them will. The other one's going to ask, make sure you're okay. And if there's anything else they could do for you, and they're sorry for the public disturbance.
Nothing in the immediate. If there is an issue, I shall ask you. Also, Downhill, you better bet these fucking people aren't getting free food today.
You mean the soup kitchen, or who?
I'm actually selling a product here. I'm training people to cook, and I'm selling the food.
I understand.
Unlike the soup kitchen where I said it was free.
I know. I understand.
Yeah. Just so you make sure of them lining up. Make sure it's aware.
Yeah, that's why I said. That's why I said it was less people than last time.
But I have nothing to ask of him. If it were to escalate any further, I assure you I shall de-escalate the situation. And I'm free to answer anything you need me once I am free.
Understood. He's going to just let his one buddy escort the lady home, or I'm not sure if they would actually bring her to the guard station at this point. Actually,
Damien's not pressing charges. I was literally just making a blank threat.
Understood.
Like, no, you've assaulted someone. But to please understand the situation you're in. Damien doesn't care. Till they're an actual endangerment to people, they can do whatever the fuck they want.
I didn't actually know that.
So, Damien, I'm going to say you break even for paying your employees. You break even.
I'm probably making better than rations, but I'm undercutting them. I'm paying. It's normally a ration for a day is 5 silver pieces. I'm selling at 3 silver pieces.
No, thank you.
So I am objectively putting under and producing a better product, but it isn't free.
You'll have 15 customers who will buy
What are you gonna name the
2
line?
rations per, so 30 total.
Fun?
Charging 3 silver.
3 silver per.
What if he's gonna be as pervy as I
You
am?
made 90 silver. As you are cleaning up from the soup kitchen, the eldest seems to be catching on. Well, from what you could tell, the eldest actually know how to cook. From what you can tell, the younger 2 are trying, but they're kids.
I'm fine with them literally just becoming health action bots. Don't worry, kids.
You finally got your pelts. They're actually very well harvest. There's no tear in them or anything.
I don't have leather worker tools, so I can't be teaching people that shit now.
I don't think I do either.
don't think any of us does.
The old man looks at you, holding his leatherworker tools.
I said teach people that shit.
Now, I do have alchemy tools.
Also, I don't want to be in the area of leatherworking. It's really fucked up. They're not fucked up. It's really gross how they do it. I don't like it.
Not fun.
After the time of work, I make 9. How much do I make excess? Is that 90 or?
That's 90 what you make total.
Okay, so it was going to be. Fuck, I forgot what the silver I said I was going to pay.
5 for the hunting and 2 for the cooking.
Okay, so
Yeah.
2.
5 workers.
Damn.
If you pay them.
How many hours?
For hunting, 2 hours. For cooking, 2 hours.
I'll be back. I'll be back in a second, guys.
Okay, Blue.
I don't know. 20. I'll just. Did you says? Bam. All right. All the money has been set up.
All right then. The 2 big boys appreciate having work again.
I will probably continue this repeatedly.
They hope to keep working for you until the docks are, back up and running.
Great to hear that they're. How do I'm going to be that asshole that asks them to do recruitment and pay them, but I don't know what I want to pay them yet.
They can just work on commission.
No, what I mean is certain businesses pay you if you get someone to apply there. I don't know what I want to do for that. I know for a fact I want to do that, but I don't know.
They will ask if they can hook some of their buddies up with a job here.
I will bring up that we will constantly look for people, and that eventually this will get a proper titling and everything like that. And it won't just be you're being paid money just over the table. It'll be more officialized. However, that is currently in the works.
All right. The younger kids are like super excited.
Also, to younger kids, would you wish to discuss your situation or deal with it yourselves? I shall hear you in full if you wish to. But I shall not force myself upon you.
The elder brother's going to ask Damien if he can pay for 3 meals from the kitchen.
He gets a half off, but yeah.
Okay. He's going to tell his younger 2 siblings to go eat while he talks with you.
I am fine with that, if they are also fine with that.
Alright. The gif is that his father and mother used to actually have jobs until this whole moon dust thing happened. And ever since then, he's been trying to go around and do any type of work he could find. But every now and again, his stash of money where he keeps it always goes missing whenever his uncle comes to visit. At least that's what they're calling the man that keeps coming to visit him. Or visit the family. Most days he wakes up, goes out to town, tries to find work, most of the time fails, or does work for a day or two, and then ends up, when he comes home, his parents are completely out of it. So that's kind of the situation he's in. He does apologize on his mother's behalf, though, to you. He feels really bad about that.
That is not of your fault. Those are not your actions. While you could argue they were caused because of your actions, I will more likely put it to them holding majority of the burden. And I shall alert you that currently this situation is being addressed in a manner. I hope it can be solved swiftly.
He's hoping he can have more of a permanent employment under this. He really did enjoy the hunting aspect of it, even though he doesn't think he did too well during the cooking aspect.
You have plenty of time to learn. I'm not here to simply take this for a short period of time. I shall get it properly set up soon enough to where you will be able to find a consistent stream of cash.
Understood. Thank you.
If you ever have any questions or things you'd like to make me or another person aware of, you are free to. I would like to note you should probably bring most things to the guards. However, if you do not believe they will do their job in full, I will be around. If I am not, you can simply head to the manor and leave me a message.
Understood.
But I will not hold you any longer if you do not wish to be. I might look into your uncle's situation.
He's going to go eat with his siblings, and then they're going to head home. That's really all they can do.
If that's all they want to. If literally any of them were to bring, hey, can you give us a place to stay? Well, do I have a church for you?
Well,
Old man.
the eldest will be like, he's not too sure how safe his younger siblings will be when they get home.
If your housing is a issue, I can guarantee you a place to sleep. I cannot necessarily guarantee you it will be a comfortable place to sleep, but it shall be somewhere to rest in.
He would appreciate that. At least for his younger two siblings.
It can be for all of you. I care not. This is another thing I'm currently looking into. But besides, I'd point them towards the church, and I hope they have somewhere to sleep. If they don't, I guess I have to go buy bedrolls for them too. God damn.
There's still some room at the church, but if you bring any more people to the church, yes, you'll have to buy bedrolls.
If they have enough for these kids, then that is fine.
Right?
Yeah.
Now Apex, what are you doing during this time?
I was told by Umbreon I'm supposed to go to his meeting spot.
That deal's at midnight, so.
Oh, then previously I was started my day heading with the two other lads to go, but then that happened. Afterwards, we pretty much I was supposed to just go with some guards and start rounding up people that had drugs.
There's
whole
no
investigation group.
Yeah, there was nothing really interesting about it. Just go acquire people, say, hey, who sold this to you? And just start working our way back up, beat cop style.
Um, as you just as you ask a few questions around, you do end up getting a name of a person named Jonathan, who seems to be a seller. A lot of the other people were kind of like handshaking, hey, I'll give you this if you give me some bread type of deal. That was kind of what most of it was going for. But you finally worked your way up to find the name of a seller and where he normally hangs out at.
All right.
And then
I'll
Umbreon
go
sent you
myself.
the message.
And I still have hours before that happens.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Gonna go hunt down this guy in my meantime, because who needs to take a break?
You sure you're not thirsty or anything? I heard the tavern sells pretty good ale.
I don't drink. I eat barely once a week.
Yeah. So, well, you're heading towards the tavern anyway. I just thought I'd ask.
Fair enough.
So, as you head towards the town tavern, it is not as lively as usual, but there seems to be like a group of guys in the back just having a good time. They seem to be playing some sort of card game. And you kind of heard that this John guy, after a day of work, he likes to come to the tavern and blow off some steam. So he should be somewhere around here if you want to take a look. But as you do enter, the bartender just gives you a very worried look.
Yeah, I'm a man with a metal face. I'm just going to walk up to him and, ask very calmly, I'm looking for a man.
Do you have a name?
John.
He just simply points to the back where the people are playing cards. The brown,
Thank you kindly.
the brown hair one, sir.
Oh, wonderful. I shall attempt not to cause a disturbance. As I slowly start to walk towards the back.
Weed 'em and wheat, boys. I just played the Mantis God, and that is game for me. as the brown hair guy, which I believe you know his name is John, just simply collects the few copper pieces that goes on the table, and they're all like, "Man, this game's fucking rigged." As one of them was like, "Oh shit." As you approach the table.
I'm just going to place my hands casually at the table.
Is there anything we can help you with? A
Yeah.
guy with black hair says.
I'm looking for John.
Don't know it, John, the brown hair guy says. The other two just
I'm
point at
sure
him.
you don't. A rat will come out of my sleeve and just sit upon my hand. I request that this goes peacefully.
What goes peacefully?
I request that you come with me.
And why's that?
Because if you don't come with me peacefully, I'm going to drag you across this floor and out the door. Everyone will see, and you'll lose any reputation you might have.
Hold my drink, boys. I'll be back.
A wise choice.
He gets up, grabs his deck of cards, and leaves with you. Leaves the money on the table.
The rat is going to run up my arm and sit upon my shoulder. So as I turn and walk with my back to him, the rat's just sitting on his shoulder staring at him with its tiny red eyes.
Fucking vermin. As you walk out the tavern, the bartender is definitely cold sweating right now.
As we take a step outside the tavern, going to turn right and then right again into an alley.
He does not follow you into the alleyway. Now, where are you taking me?
Here.
He walks over slowly.
I have some questions. Questions that you are going to answer.
Now, why would you want to talk to someone like me?
Because you deal here.
I mean, yeah, I can deal a pretty good hand of cards.
My hand is going to drop down to the sword.
Listen, that was a joke, man. That was a joke.
Do I look like the kind of person who jokes? Or do I look like the kind of person that will cut you into very tiny pieces and feed you to the rats that you so despise?
What do you want? Like, what's your damn questions?
I want to know who gives it to you. The cell.
Some halfling that goes by boss doesn't tell us his actual name. Has a weird giant as a fighter. Like a bodyguard type of situation. Gives us the product. We leg it around. In exchange, we get paid. That's all I know.
Where is this boss?
If you go down Maple Street, you'll see a house that has 2 stories. It's the only one on the entire street. You'll find him there.
Now you understand if I leave and I do not find him there, I'm going to come back for you.
Yeah, I understand. I also
But-
know if I try to run, it's just going to be worse for me.
Arguably. You may return inside. Tell your friends, companions, whatever you wish. Say that I was simply a client and didn't want to have my dealings be in the middle where everyone could see me. I care not.
He just simply walks away.
I'm gonna make my way down the streets that he stated.
You do so.
I now run into a conundrum.
Yes, yes, you did.
Yes, you did what?
You ran into a conundrum.
Ah,
So,
what time is it now?
sundown will be in about an hour. So, about 7 hours before Eudogen's little meeting will take place.
There's plenty I can do. I'm going to spend the next few hours shadowing this boss, seeing what I can learn from them. If they just spend all day in the house, if they go out anywhere, I'll follow them while I wait for sundown.
As sundown arrives, you notice a lady leave the house and seems to be heading someplace. The boss has not left the house. You can see
A
him,
lady
though.
has left.
Yep, a lady hasn't left.
What kind of lady are we talking about?
A brown skinned human. Seems to be wearing commoner's clothes and is just walking down the street.
Oh, not like I can speak inside or anything, so I'm just gonna sit there and watch him from outside the house.
Alright.
Might let some of my smaller friends run around his pantry and stuff like that, but
So you're just gonna wait until midnight?
yep.
Alright, does anyone else have anything they want to do before midnight? Before we do this deal?
Sunlight would
Probably,
just. Sorry, go ahead.
probably all address about this, so we're all aware in some mannerism.
About what?
What we're actually doing. I find Enogen slash Sanguinaria at some point in time.
Hey, Itogen, who's this? Who's this red man?
The giant's asking.
Mm-hmm, Biggs.
I'm assuming he's talking about Damien and be like, oh, he's a person of the church. He's coming here to be watched by our paladin who's currently ill.
I don't like the church. Church is mean.
Yes, yes, they are. But for some reason, the people here believe they do a lot of good, even though the most good I've seen them do is everything Damien's done, and he says he doesn't like it very much. Not doing the good things, he doesn't like the church very much.
So while I am, for all legal purposes, a part of the church, I have no allegiances with them, I assure you.
Why
Who
is...
might you be, big friend?
They call me Biggs. Boss told me to watch after new friend.
Theodogen size. Yeah, we were talking about, working to get the town more situated, right? So I decided, hey, what's a better idea than hire some mercenaries? Let's show the townspeople how to use weapons more effectively.
I thought I was bodyguard.
Yeah, that's a part of mercenary work.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's the most common.
Rich people aren't really strong, because they've been living in luxury all their life. So they hire people like yourself and Damien to do all the heavy lifting in case they go to some dangerous places.
Biggs won't let anything hurt friend. Don't worry, Biggs will keep you safe.
Oh.
Just like Boss asked him to.
Oh.
Got it. As assumed for mercenaries. Damien, I'll be seeing you later. Have a nice time.
Bye-bye, Red Man.
Goodbye.
I'm going to tell Biggs, don't go around saying you have a boss. Because people then are going to start asking, what's your profession?
I'm bodyguard, and I have a boss.
Why would I lie to them? That would be pretty fucked up, Jin.
Yes, actually. Why would I lie to people?
Then they're going to ask, why does your boss need a bodyguard?
Then I just follow what Boss tells me. They keep asking questions, I take out big sword. That usually shuts them up.
And that's how... Well, you can't do that when you're talking with government officials because, then they call the guards and then you're arrested and interrogated. Then the whole operation falls apart.
But you're part of Boss's operation, correct? So
yes, if we make it too obvious we're doing bad stuff that people don't want to vote for.
We're not doing anything bad.
Yes, but I'm just talking hypothetical.
What's hypothetical?
A situation that might happen, but isn't happening currently.
This poor precious boy.
Okay.
We can talk about it more later. As we'll go to the meeting spot. I'll tell my good friend via cosmic telepathy, hey, we're going to the meeting spot.
We're heading on in.
Alright, Blue.
Yeah.
What would you like to do? I will state, tonight will be a night of the moon.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh.
Well, what I mean by that is new moon.
Oh.
Not full moon.
Good?
You have 15 more nights. You have 15 more nights before your next the next full moon.
Yeah,
okay.
This isn't one where I'll be forced to change.
Yeah.
Okay. Not worried some yet. Okay, got it.
It's just one of the markers. Like, okay, it's getting closer. But has that Church of the Crescent Moon lady made it into town yet?
Yep, and they went to the tavern. They're planning on from what you can tell, that's where you talk to them. You talk to them in the town.
All right. Well, heck with it. I'll head to the tavern to see if she's still there.
As you head to the tavern, you notice a small crowd has gathered.
Around her.
Yep.
Right.
As they simply take their... You see what looks to be a man who seems to be missing a finger, as the lady puts their hand on it, and instead of like the blood being like squirting, like it looks like it was just a fresh accident. It looks like the bleeding is slowly stopping with a small, like, bluish glow. As you can see, the moon has given this man a blessing.
Talking to me? You talking about me?
No, talking about the man.
Oh, the guy. The guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He can't reattach his finger, but you know they stopped the bleeding of it.
Right.
And stopped the relative pain of it.
Well,
as the rest of the crowd, some of them seems to be a little frightened by this, but a lot of them seems to be kind of buying into the whole religious stuff, you know?
yeah. Well, I just kind of make my way toward the crowd and just kind of make my way a little bit toward the front where I can just easily see what's going on. I probably do stand out.
As the lady will notice you. Is there something I can help you with?
Not quite, just seeing, just looking to meet the new face in town, that's all.
I believe we had a conversation in the courtyard, did we not?
It was short, but we did.
Well, would you like to have another conversation with me, my friend?
Perhaps.
Gentlemen, ladies, would you mind giving us some privacy? As some of the bigger men kind of shoo everyone else away.
Don't worry, folks. I won't keep her long.
They take you towards the back, where another guy is like... Another group of guys are just playing another card game. And they're like, finally, we don't have to deal with that Mantis God anymore. But, as you walk...
That perks my ear. But anyway, go ahead.
She sits at a table. So, what did you want to talk to me, Moontouch?
Say that again.
What do you want to talk about, Moontouched?
Moontouched. What's that supposed to mean?
You received a blessing of the moon, even though you are corrupted by a beast.
Well,
oh shit!
wouldn't buy a beast, but I wouldn't exactly call it a blessing, but you seem to know about it, so it's more than most people can say after just looking at me.
I know quite a bit.
So tonight's A new moon. That's got to mean something for someone of your faith, I'd presume.
It means a new beginning.
It happens quite often, doesn't it?
The world is always changing, don't you agree?
Every single day.
Yes.
But this little church thing you got going on, just, I don't know. Wouldn't hurt for me to try to learn maybe a little something about it. I don't know. An idea. Might end up helping me control this blessing I've got. Who knows?
I'm not too sure how your companions and the hunters would feel about me telling you about the crescent moon. Unlike the morning sun, we are not openly hostile to the hunters, but we still disagree with what they do.
Uh-oh.
Well. It was a thought.
You're more than free to talk. It's just I'm not sure how the hunters will feel about our conversations.
Well, like I said, I like to at least get to know somewhat some of the people in our town, having the status that I have currently.
Well, what do you wish to know?
Seem to know enough already. You seem to be kind and have at least good intentions for the people here in this town to try and get them through the hardships that they've been through, which is the only thing we really ask of you. Just try to make things easier for everyone as best you can.
Marcus?
What?
From the wall, you just see a small dog, like Snoop, poking out.
Poke.
And yeah, that's my cue. Well, madam, I never did catch your name, and I never did introduce myself properly. And Marcus reaches up and tips his hat, and he says, Marcus Bluegrave.
I am Miss Anime. It is nice to meet you.
Interesting name. But I'll do my best to remember it.
You're welcome to come by and talk anytime. But before you go, please accept this as a gift. They try to hand you a pendant with a symbol of a crescent moon, a silver crescent moon on it.
Oh, I'm tempted to take it.
Suspicious.
You know what? I'll take it slowly. And like kind of eye her as I'm doing it, as I'm grabbing it. And I'm gonna intentionally try to avoid touching the silver if I can. Just in case it has a weird effect on me.
They simply smiled. Maybe one day you'll learn the true meaning of moon touched.
I'm kind of curious myself.
As she simply goes over to pets the Snoop. It was nice to see you again, old friend.
Wait, Nani?
She gets up and starts to walk back to the crowd.
Okay. I'm gonna pocket the pendant and immediately had multiple questions run through my mind.
Bandit just sticks his whole head and just kind of does a weird not like to tilt his head. Confused. Who was that lady?
First time meeting her. Maybe. I don't know. Definitely want to find out more about her now.
They pet my snoot.
Yeah, it should be. Being nice.
Yay.
Alright, well, come on, boy.
Okay. As your dog fully hovers through the wall. Oh my god, what the hell is that?
It's alright, he's
Uh-oh.
with me.
Hey, Marcus.
What?
Persuasion check.
Persuasion. For the dog? Damn it. Crap. There it is! There it is!
You in trouble. Ooh.
I knew his dog was gonna get me in trouble eventually.
And this is where we hear about an incident happening at the tavern where everyone freaks the fuck out and starts running out the tavern.
Wait, what?
What?
There is a ghost in the tavern. People are going to freak out and start running out of said tavern. Except, the lady who was just chilling in her chair.
Can I tell him to go invisible?
Okay. He goes invisible.
Okay.
They still got scared.
Crap. Too late. Either way. All right. I'm gonna say, come on, boy. Okay. If you're gonna be around people besides me, go invisible just to be safe. Okay?
It's tiring. I told you that. I can't do it
I know.
always.
I know.
And plus,
I know you can't. I know you can't do it all the time, but
I did all the way here. I wanted belly rub.
Oh.
All right.
Yay.
Oh, I want to pet this doggo. This adorable doggo. Just, adorableness.
Hey, adore BBs.
Yes.
All right. I'll give you belly rubs. Oh, gosh. They're going to be difficult to explain to everybody here. It's a ghost dog. It won't hurt you. Marcus is saying that in his mind. He's like, it's a ghost dog. It can't hurt you.
Anyway, let's move on. Rose, is there anything you want to do?
Thank you for coming back to me, Downhill.
I'm sorry, I have a lot of players.
No, you asked me what to do, and then you, didn't let me finish. I'm teasing you.
So, what would you like to do, Rose?
Well, after, you already know that Rose, made sure her dog was, fed, and she went to go to the church and see if there's any help of her there. If not, roam around town. See if anyone will let her help her. Let them, I know it's a long shot because what she is. But, she wants to let the people know that she won't not hurt them she just wants to help them in the best way possible. If not, then I guess she will walk back towards the manor, I guess.
As you walk through the market late in the evening. Why, hello there again, Miss Sunlight. It's been a while.
Do I recognize him?
It was the NPC that you guys went to. It was the NPC that you guys traveled with during the bank.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, I know who this is. Okay.
It's been a while, Miss Sunlight.
Hmm? Oh, it's you again. You're back.
Yes, I just got into town today.
How's everything?
Everything seems to be doing alright. I have some new wares if you may be interested.
I'm curious. Sure, why not? I'm kind of curious.
Alright.
I'm trying to see when to wear that coat I got. Was it cloak?
Yes, you got a cloak of disguise self.
Yes.
Yeah. You have that already.
That is an awesome.
Yeah, I know. I tell you the truth, I got it. Other character, I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, I know you did.
I was like, so that's okay. Back in character, she'll say, yeah, sorry I've not been using that cloak I bought off of you.
It is up to you when you'll use it or not. But I found a few things that are very interesting.
Oh?
That I figured that you and your companions may be interested to take a look at.
We'll see what you got. And then I'll tell them when I get back in dinner that you are in town. And what you have.
He takes out what looks to be... He first takes out this really long and heavy looking chain.
Just say chain.
Yep, like the metal loops and everything.
Is it like a
Nice.
necklace type
Actually,
of metal
nice
chain?
Huh?
What,
Is it
babe?
like a nice having the sound effect on hand?
Yeah.
Thank you. But, this nice,
one question,
heavy-looking chain. Oh.
Is it like a necklace type of chain? That type of chain? Or is it like,
It's a pretty...
A weapon?
It seems to be a weapon.
a weapon chain?
As he states that any weapon attached to this chain will return to its owner.
Yes!
Oh, that's awesome!
It's a chain of
What?
returning.
Oh. Babe. You know that'd be good for?
It wouldn't be
Gita.
good for Marcus. It would be good
No,
for Marcus, but it'd be great. Be great for Dawn.
I know, but she's not part of this campaign.
Yeah, it'd be great. Be great for your other cleric.
I know.
Now,
Hey, wait a minute. Do I have like something like that on me? Like a weapon on me downhill?
you have a
You have
mace.
a mace.
Do I have a mace?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have a mace.
It's part of your starting equipment.
But unless the chain gives it the throne property, that's not a good idea.
Yes, it does. Any weapon
And even then, it probably isn't a good idea to use unless you're built for it.
That might be true, but chain that comes
it is
back
light.
to owner.
It is lightweight and one-handed, so I mean,
Maces aren't light.
Yeah.
But
What?
well, they're not.
the next thing looks to be a very nice satchel. This satchel can hold anything, and you can easily retrieve it. As he puts a
Is
coin
this the
piece,
satchel I'm thinking what it is?
he puts a coin into the satchel, turns it upside down, and the coin falls back out.
To me, that just looks like a regular pouch.
The person takes a sword, puts it in, turns the bag upside down, and it pops out.
Okay,
Ooh,
not
really
a
big
regular pouch. I know what a pouch it is, but
Sure. Go ahead and roll your tinkerer thing.
hi, Gemma. Sorry, my cat's like, pet me, mom, pet
Now.
me.
The last thing is, well, no, there's two more things.
Okay.
He pulls out a pair of boots.
A what?
He pulls out a pair of boots. These boots will allow you to run as swift as the wind itself.
Trying to make a reference here. Boots of. Ooh,
And the last item seems to be a whistle.
a whistle.
This item will call a friend, or if you make it angry, it will call a foe.
Oh. Why am I half tempted to blow that once? Why am I half tempted to do that? I know I'm a clerk. I should not do that. Oh, thank you, babe.
So,
Is Boots of Waste good, Blue?
Haste.
Oh, haste.
As in fast. Speed up.
Yeah.
I'll be in town.
Those are just simplified names.
I also still have this. He also still has the skull with the candle on it.
He still has the skull with the candle on it.
Yep.
I still think that's still suspicious.
And finally, he has this wooden totem in the very back that you notice is new. It seems to be carved of a wolf.
A wolf totem?
Yep.
Ooh. I will say, I know something. What is that? Well, I know that is a totem.
You can call it totem.
Okay. I know something. That item right there. It's a wolf totem. What's that do?
I am not too sure yet. But currently it's also unpriced.
Part of me wants to get it. Because wolf.
I will be in town for the next few days.
So, what about the other items? Are they priced?
The chain is priced for 20 gold pieces. The boots are priced at 30. The skull is still 10. And the whistle is currently 5.
Damn. I only have 20 gold pieces.
Blue, may I ask why you're rolling another Tinker's check?
Don't I have advantage on it?
What gives you advantage?
I think it's my gunslinger thing. Because that's what because that gives me my tinker as well, and proficiency on top of it. I think it gives me advantage when I make checks with it, but I can't remember. Either way, just go with the 8.
I'll let you keep the 17, but it will take you a bit longer than than you thought.
Okay.
And you're just trying to make a new gun design?
Yes.
So you're not trying to craft it, but you're trying to design it.
Well, both. I'm trying to basically take bits and pieces of an existing, stuff that we have, and mechanical parts that I've been able to build over time and stuff like that, and trying to basically design / craft a new short range rifle. I'll go ahead and tell you. I'm trying to design like a lever action coach gun, basically. Like not a shotgun, but like a snapshot marksman rifle, like a lever action. Hang on, a Winchester.
Nice.
Hang on, let me attempt to find a.
They're fine, babe. Take your time. But it's a certain type of gun.
But it would only have three shots.
Oh, okay.
So
are you trying to make an actual gunslinger gun, or are you trying to
I'd have to double check the list, but I think there actually is a slight variation of this that has I think one less or one more shot overall, but I'll have to double check the list.
Let me check Grim Hollow guns, because I'm looking at the gunslinger stuff and I don't see anything.
I like to ask him. It's like, what do you mean you don't know what if the term does? You just don't know, or you haven't tried it out?
I don't know. Alright, Marcus, do you have 300 gold pieces?
No.
How?
Oof.
Barely enough of that. Not on me. Let's see, hang on.
Alright, do you have the special materials you need to make said gun?
Yeah, let me pull up the gunslinger gun really quick. What I'm thinking of was based off one of them.
Well, I think you're trying to make either a musket or a blunderbuss.
Kind of a weird combination of the two.
Yep. But they're both 300 gold pieces either way.
Ugh.
But you're also trying to make something custom, because both of these don't have 3 shots before you have to reload. They're both reload 1. Which I'm willing to let you make custom guns, it's just I'm going to ask for a base price of at least 300 before you can attempt it.
Alright, I'm trying to base it off of...
I know what type of gun you're wanting to make. I have it in The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners.
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand what you're trying to make. However, you currently don't have the funds to make it yet.
Right.
But you can draw up the design. That is something you could do. But the totem is currently not priced, Rose.
Oh. Dang it. So the chain is the 20, right?
The chain is 20.
Okay. Dang it. So if I do get that, will I need, like, is it, like, heavy to carry?
It'd be about 10 pounds.
Okay. Dang. Uh. But that's all I have. Mirror. Yeah, she has to think about that one. Because part of me wants to get it, part of me wants to get that wolf totem. Kind of curious what that is. Uh. Hmm. See. And so basically the bag, if I'm thinking what bag it is a kind of like a bag of holding, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I'm surprised you still have that skull with the candle.
Yeah, none of my other colleagues wanted to take it off my hands.
I'll see why.
They really couldn't identify it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that bad? I'll get the wolf totem.
Not too sure about that. Because, like I said, I haven't priced it. I haven't said I want to sell it yet. Like, what are you offering?
I don't know how much it will be, so I don't know. Well, I'm just trying to say, because I have like 20 gold pieces, I could just like spend it all on to get that chain. Sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, you
Because
could.
I have a mace. And who knows? It could be just a regular, just wooden totem. I want to look at the wolf totem, see if
I mean, you can see
it.
it from where you're standing.
I would like to have a closer look, see if there's anything like, if it's like, anything. Like, I want to touch it. Like, look.
He doesn't want you to touch it.
Huh?
He's not too sure of what magical effects it has, so he doesn't want to accidentally curse a customer. He'd rather take the risk upon himself. He'll hold it while you look at it, though.
Damn. And some her head is like, where's Marcus? What I need.
So
That's inside her head. She did not say that out loud.
he will be here for a few days, by the way, Rose.
I'll think about the items and let me know if you're gonna sell the. Did he actually pick up the wolf totem though?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to get a closer look at it, see if there's anything else, like, a hole or anything, or is this like a regular totem? Would that be like investigation? Like, or is that, would that be downhill?
Hmm.
Yeah, there.
There's a lot of strange carvings on it. It seems to be mostly handmade. It is made of wood. You can definitely make out some arcane sigils on it, but you can't really identify what they are.
Okay, but I do know there is arcane stuff on
Sigils.
it.
Yes.
Okay. I would tell him there are arcane stuff on it, but I can't tell what it is. Because I want to help him out, because he doesn't know what it is, so I want to help him out. I just tell him what I found on the totem.
There we go.
Alucard, are we all like level 5 now?
Yeah, we're level 5 right now.
Okay, just want to make sure. Yeah.
Oh, check your DM.
You My DMs?
No, downhill.
Oh. Downhill.
Sorry, writing a note.
You're fine. Get in your DMs when you have time.
What about the damage dice, Blue?
Oh.
That's the one thing you didn't tell me.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Probably just make it a 1d12, to be honest.
I mean, I was thinking a D10 or a D10 and a D6 maybe, or a D4 or something like that.
You know what? I'll determine the damage dice if you can actually make it.
So
I'll determine
I
the
can
damage.
actually.
If you can, do you want to build a prototype?
Sure.
All right. You can build a prototype of this for, let's say, 50 gold.
Okay.
If you're able to make 50 gold, I'll let you attempt to build a prototype. It won't be as perfect, but you'll be closer to what you want. Okay?
Okay. Well, so I'll discuss it with everybody because I'll have to get some money from them.
All right. And Rose, what were you talking about?
it's okay.
I'm sorry.
She will tell the what's his name again? The shopkeeper person.
Yep, you were telling him about the arcane sigils.
Yeah, she just tell him what she found.
He appreciates the
Help.
there. I've already noticed that, but I do appreciate you trying to help. Like I said, once I identify it a bit more, I'd be willing to sell it. Unless you can make me an offer now.
I don't know anything about deals. Maybe I can look stuff up. Maybe. I don't know. I guess I want to help people, I guess.
You have a good heart. I'm sure soon you'll be able to help all the people you want.
Yeah, I know.
But if you don't wish to buy anything, I am about to retire for the evening.
Okay. Well, I'll keep those items in mind.
Alright. Do have a good day.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
I'll walk away and try to find Marcus.
So,
See if I can...
we're going...
Him and Bandit would be making their way back to the manor.
Yeah.
Okay. She's wondering if she can catch him on the way towards the manor, maybe.
By the way, everyone in the party, you heard about the little freakout incident at the tavern. You would be notified.
Oh boy.
Except for you, Sangoraria. No one really can find you.
Marcus just plays it off like nothing happened. Huh? What? No.
Sunlight's like in her head. She's like, "Oh boy."
Now,
that poor doggo.
At midnight, Eugen,
Hello?
you are making your way to the boss's hideout
Mm-hmm.
with Biggs. And Biggs has just been chilling with you. He's been trying to get him along with you. You know, he's just being a really big guy. Just vibing.
Just being a bro.
Nice person. Yep. And Enogen thanks him for his kindness.
Bro.
So, alright. So,
He's being a bro.
Apex, as you were staking out, about 20 minutes before Eugen made his way here, you noticed the girl from earlier pull up in a drawn
carriage.
Yeah, not carriage, but cart.
Okay.
As the man himself steps outside, and he looks like he's just getting ready to go somewhere.
We're gonna turn into a bat.
Is that actually one of your powers?
Yes.
I didn't.
He is
I
a
can turn into
vampire.
either a bat or a mist.
Alright, you turn into a bat.
That is cool.
Where do you want to go?
Well, we're gonna just, do the whole flying thing, but just follow the cart.
Alright. Itogen, you make your way to the hideout, and the man has gotten the cart ready to head out. As he's like, "Ah, hello, good sir. How are you doing today?"
Good. Hopefully the transaction went through well.
What do you mean, transaction?
Uh-oh.
You know, for the mercenary business you guys are running.
Oh, yes. I hope Biggs has been taking good care of you. Biggs.
Yeah, he's been a nice person.
Biggs walks over and hands him the tiny satch of money you handed him.
But Enogen's like, well, let's head off, shall we? Rude to keep people waiting.
That is true. If you'll just hop in back, I'll take us to the location.
Got it. I'll hop in back.
Biggs hops back there with you. And you also see someone else exit the building and hopping in the back as well. Another person, much smaller than Biggs, but looks to be quite strong himself.
Got it.
His name is Wedge, I swear to God.
As we get ready to start leaving town, I'm still talking with Apex over cosmic telepathy. Like, we're going on cart, but I doubt that'll be an issue for you.
Don't worry, I'm already there. Don't bother to look for me.
Wasn't planning to. But I will give the timing to when we try to capture these people up to Apex. Just tell me when you're ready.
Biggs is just like sitting in the car quietly as you guys start driving out of town.
Got it. Enogen is going to enjoy his trip.
Alright. Apex, how long can you stay as a bat? Is it just an indefinite thing, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you riding on the cart, or are you just flying behind them?
No, I'll just fly overhead. Bats at night are not going to cause a stir, but landing on a cart will get them to, oh no, look, it's a flying mammal. Hit it with a bat.
How ironic.
Um, as you guys travel into the night, about 2 hours after leaving, you guys are damn well in the middle of the forest. A little bit off the path. As in the distance, you see what looks to be a very, very old.
Damien and Marcus. They were the. They were the drug dealers. all
Innocent
along.
until proven guilty.
Can't prove anything.
As
Shit.
you see what looks to be this very short creature with a mushroom on its head. And surrounding them seems to be like a few squirrels and strangely an owl bear. They kind of just are sitting on top of the owl bear.
What's an owl here?
It is a bear that is also an owl.
It is a bear that has a beak like an owl.
Okay, got it.
As he's like, alright, now don't say anything. I'll do the talking.
Wasn't planning to. Kind of rude for an investor to speak up during a meeting. Unless I'm talked to first.
Biggs, you're with me. Okay. Why, hello there, Mrs. Flower. How are you today? Oh, I'm okay, honey. And how are you doing today? I'm doing quite swell. The medicine you've been providing for this town has really been helping everybody. Oh, that's good to hear. I hate hearing about those nightmares. Including the young ones. Hopefully soon we'll find out the source of these horrible nightmares.
It's good.
I wish I could come into town and help. But the last time I tried to come into that town, the noble nearly had me hanged. Yeah, I have to say, the people who are running the town now are kind of a bunch of assholes as well.
Rude.
It's a shame. So, I heard you were... So, have you found a nice little place to set up your home yet? Oh, not yet, sweetie. Right now I'm just traveling along. With my companion Pancake.
Nani?
Ain't that right, Pancake? They pat the owlbear. What?
Nothing.
As this conversation continues to happen for like a good 5 minutes. So when will you be able to make more of that sleeping powder you like we need? Oh, as soon as I set up my home near here, I'll be able to start making it again. You should still have a good supply of it, right? Why, yes, that is true. We normally would. Unfortunately, someone set fire to my house recently, and all of it went up to flames. Oh, dearly! I am so sorry for your loss. I was hoping we can get our shipment of the dream powder soon. I'll see what I can do, but it takes time to make that stuff. And since I'm moving, I don't really have all the ingredients I need for it yet. Well, that's okay, Mrs. Flower. Let's. Hopefully you'll be able to move in here without too much trouble. But while you're doing so, I'm going to leave one of my guys with you, just in case, you find yourself any trouble. Oh, darling. Like, I will have no trouble with the Force. I am friends to all that live here.
I
Yes,
like this little,
yes,
this sweet
but it's not.
lady.
But it's not the creatures of the forest that scare me. It's some people. It's people that scare me for your safety. Alright. Now, would you like a ride to your destination? Oh, that'll be alright. Some company would be nice, though. Gladly, Mrs. Flower. As
I like this
the
character.
owlbear is just going to walk beside the cart, and Mrs. Flower is still riding her owlbear. Oh, hello, friends. How are you today? Looking at you, Inujin and Biggs.
Inogen says, I'm doing fine, just here to help out the town.
Oh, that's nice to hear. I'm surprised they let one of... I'm trying to remember. I'm so sorry. My memory ain't as good as it used to be. You're a kobold?
Kobold.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry, dear.
No problem. It would be rude of me to assume you know about what's going on in cities and all that. You're trying to live a mostly peaceful life with nature.
Yes, I am terribly sorry about this curse that your town is under. I wish there was more I can do for it.
Yes, but with your help, it's going to get better very soon.
Of course, dear. Now, you people are still doing what I recommend for your medicine, right? Burning it slowly beside the place you sleep. It will ward off the bad spirits and give you a blissful dream.
Oh,
Got it.
you're only
Got
happy.
it. But I will, while I'm talking with her, talk with Apex. Are you good with communicating with people?
In what manner?
I can connect your
He
mind
speaks
with hers.
universal language.
I'm thinking of connecting your minds with hers, and you try to tell her, break it to her that they're selling her medicine as a drug to make profit and not to help people.
Why?
Well, I'm assuming we're going to have to tell her the truth eventually, and having her on our side sooner seems more beneficial than later.
It would also cause complications. Just do it face to face later.
Understood.
You guys start walking. When you then start hearing, after a little while, you guys hear the rush of a waterfall. And this nice, pretty pond at the base of it. Well, not pond, river. Apex, you know this area pretty well. This area no one really goes near too often. It's quite out of the way of the town, and most of the animals here are highly territorial, and most of the time are aggressive. So, as she gets off the owlbear, she will thank you guys for escorting her here, and that she'll start setting up her home. Guys?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
If she
Mhm.
asks for help from specifically me, I'll do it. But until then, I was told by my client he doesn't want me to get involved. But it doesn't seem like everyone else in the carriage is going to start helping her set up her cottage.
Nope, they're just standing nearby as, Biggs is going to stick with them for a little bit to make sure, they're not really setting up a cottage. What they look like to be setting up, it's a basic, is like a basic shelter.
Or something.
A basic shelter made of like leaves and sticks.
Got it. But until that's done, I'll sit back and wait until something happens or Apex starts its go time.
Sorry about that. My headphones just decided to die.
Ooh.
Did you hear everything, or you need a recap?
Basically, she knows not what she does. The two lads are helping her build a quote-unquote house, which is really just a, survival shelter.
Yeah. And Downhill wants to know, do we want to do anything before she finishes and we will start to leave?
Probably not. I see no reason to attack two just people in front of an old woman
without a care in the world, thinking she's helping people.
Exactly.
We can tell her later about, yep, you are selling drugs, mess people up. But until the ride home, I'm not going to do anything.
We now basically know all the information we need to arrest the problem.
On your ride home, then, after bidding the lady a good deal, and they will actually give a little bit of to the man, a little bit more of the moon dust to him. This one is not as much as he normally gets, but it's what they have on them. Which she calls dream powder.
I'll wish her due and thank her for the help.
And I will say, while we can absolutely just ambush these two guys on the side of the road, I would just recommend getting the guards surrounding the house and then properly arresting them. We have evidence.
Enokin's like, but I wanted to make halfling flambe.
You wanted to make what?
Halfling flambe.
That's your business.
Poor Biggs.
I guess we could do this the proper way.
Hey, fuck you. You're supposed to be lawful evil. Don't start this shit on me.
And the law. And they were resisting arrest.
I mean, you can 2v1 a Goliath fighter in melee.
That That I would like to see.
I can't believe Apex actually called me out. Damn.
Damn.
It was either that or he was going to be a proper orc, but it didn't seem like that, so.
Cool. I'll see how everything's made, how it's going, and how they have a steady supply.
Well, as soon as they get back to town, they're going to tell you that, get off. You met the supplier.
Yeah, and I'll thank them for letting me see how they get their supply and everything. And he looks forward to be business partners.
Cool.
He's like, and he'll see them in a month to to collect his payment, and hopefully the gold he gave them goes far. And Inu's just gonna call it a night. I'm gonna leave the talking with the guards thing to Sanguinaria.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Who DC'd?
Hey,
Okay. Well, I think this will be a good area where we just call it for the night.
Okay.
But, other than that, I will state, I hope you all have a good night tonight. And I hope everybody had enjoyed the session. It's your boy, Downhill Games, signing out. Bye-bye.
They couldn't survive 2 fireballs, all I'm saying.
Wow.
Could you?